Welcome to The Buzz. I'm Addie Stafford.
I'm Nick Alfano.
And I'm Judy Wandu.
We'll show you the high schooler making history in CoverGirl's latest campaign.
We have the latest on how Billy Bush's Today Show exit may play out.
And later on in the show, we'll have Pillow Talk with UNC's very own Mary Murphy.
All right. Welcome back to The Buzz. Let's get started with an update on some pop culture news you should know. Trumpkins, or pumpkins carved to look like Donald Trump, are making Halloween scary again this year. Trumpkins of all shapes and sizes have been taking over social media, and though the idea is not new, it certainly is timely with the election only a month away. Here's a look at some of our favorite Trumpkins that we found. What do you guys think about this?
I think that we should make those on the Halloween episode in a couple weeks.
I know. So is the point of the Trumpkin to resemble Donald Trump? So can you add props to it, or is that cheating? Like, can you put a wig on it?
They did the You're Fired, the little balloon.
Gotta have
the hair. That's essential.
All right. Well, we'll buy the props for the Halloween episode then. Are you making your own Trumpkin this year? Let us know. Tweet us a picture at USC The Buzz.
Star Wars fans can get a new look at Darth Vader and Jyn Erso in the latest Rogue One, A Star Wars Story trailer released today. Rogue One is the first standalone film in the Star Wars franchise, and it will feature a new band of rebels planning to steal the Death Star. Here's your last look at the movie before its December release.
This is our chance to make a real difference. Are you with me?
All the way.
Let us know on Facebook what you're most excited about to see in this new movie. What are you guys most excited about?
I don't know, but all I can say is Disney is going to make a ton of money with
It's
this
going to make
new
a killing at the box office.
I'm happy. They had to do some reshoots for the film, but now it seems like they have everything together. They've released the trailer, and I'm super excited for it to come out.
I mean, it's the first standalone movie in the Star Wars series. Star Wars has been going on since the 70s, so this is pretty groundbreaking.
Yeah, the fact that they just thought of that now is shocking, but
Right.
should be good.
NBC's Dateline is celebrating 25 years on air. We sat down with executive producer David Corvo to talk about the show's legacy.
Well, it's a show that's evolved, and I think that's important. For instance, recently, over the last 2 years, we've put a huge emphasis on social media. The social media has been great for us because we've learned a lot from our audience, you know, by reading and communicating with them and how they received a story. I think this new run of real crime stories in that form just increases interest in what we do.
I think it's great that a show with such journalistic integrity has lasted 25 years. I mean, it's such a fabulous show. I don't know if you guys watch it at all.
Yeah, well, it's honestly probably because they listen to the audience so much through social media, like he said. So that's probably what made them last so long.
Yeah, and it's shifted a lot from like human interest stories to more investigative, focusing more on investigative crime stories, and I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, and we're definitely lucky here at Annenberg to have a professor that's so knowledgeable about Dateline. I mean, I think that's so cool. CNN's new documentary, We Will Rise, Michelle Obama's Mission to Educate Girls Around the World, debuted last night. The film features the First Lady, Meryl Streep, Frida Pinto, and CNN correspondent Isha Cisse visiting Morocco and Liberia to meet with girls fighting to stay in school. We'll leave you with a clip from the film, and right after that, Eric Russell and Judy Wandu will be giving you your under-the-radar news next on Low Key.
We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up.
Beautiful. Welcome to Low Key,
where we live to give you tea.
I'm Eric Russell.
And I'm Judy Wandu.
All right, so let's get started. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Testosterone? Baby, the kids are choking on their tea. For the first time ever, CoverGirl Cosmetics will be featuring its first boy to ever grace the cover of their new eyelash campaign. James Charles, 17-year-old high school student, is Let's look at him.
First of all, that contour on fleek, that
Everything.
highlight, everything.
If I had edges, snatched.
Completely
Gone.
snatched.
Finito. Done.
I think if there was a cover boy, which there is now, this guy, amazing.
The fact that my
Amazing
mic
choice.
drop shows that the face is everything.
mic
Like, I
drop.
don't even need it. It's done. It's over. But you know what? There's been a lot of mixed reviews through the audience. Some people are loving it and some people are really not here for it. So let's take a look and see what people are thinking. All right, so Damn Dami says, TF is happening to our world. And then Tania Amir says, guys were born to be their genders. #ill.
A lot of bigotry in the comments here, y'all.
But maybe we got some good. Do we have? Yes.
Yes.
BR Ridgeway says, bruh, he is flawless. Oh my God. And Anna Janelli agrees, apparently. Snoopy Hannah says, James Charles is my favorite guy ever. He's amazing at makeup. At least I think so.
No, girl, he is amazing.
He's everything. Anytime you had any doubt, erase it from your brain. Do we have any more? And Lex, oh, this is a long one. I think having a male being the face of CoverGirl, which is a brand, is great because it implies makeup has no gender roles and people need to understand that. And honestly, he slays 2 times as hard as most of these girls that are hating on him. Besides writing rude comments, you should be asking him for makeup tutorials, honey bunny.
No, it's true. A
It's
lot of the
completely
most
true.
popular makeup artists, like Makeup by Mario, he does Kim K's makeup,
Right.
they're male. Why should makeup be exclusively female?
First off, his shading is more consistent than my last 3 relationships. Do you see this? Like, everything. And some girls really need to take note because I've seen some girls work on like the shadows around their eye and they end up looking part raccoon.
Completely
He has
part.
done it perfectly. And,
Look at the way he mastered that matte lip.
and he's 17. When I was 17, I was trying to get into college and you are on CoverGirl. So anyone who has anything negative to say, you're dismissed. Bye.
And in other news, the cutest couple that barely was has split after a month of dating officially. We're talking about Drake and Rihanna, aka Aubrey. Ooh, so we thought the Lovebirds had sealed the deal with their matching camo shark tats a few weeks ago, but before the ink could even dry, before the tattoos could heal, they've actually announced that they are not dating anymore.
If they weren't A-list celebrities, I would say you guys just wasted approximately $150 because I could have told y'all this wasn't gonna happen. It was too media driven.
I understand that. I could tell that Rihanna really wasn't feeling him that much. These are the
No.
camo shark tattoos, by the way, you know.
Yeah.
That's already inked on their skin. I don't know what they're gonna do about
Drake
that.
looks bored. If this was taken during the relationship, that's why it's over.
Ooh, but here's the thing. The tea here, the piping hot tea, is that he's actually dating Instagram model and one season reality TV star India Love.
What show is she on?
She was on the Westbrooks, so they were the BET version of the Kardashians,
Kardashians,
basically. But
yeah.
speaking of that, her sister Crystal Westbrooks actually dated Drake in the past. So yeah,
That's messy. as
super
ever.
messy. Crystal actually shaded her own sister on social media. Let's take a look.
Family tea time.
Yeah, so she said, well, this is getting really awkward. That awkward moment when she hops on your exes. Never mind, never mind, never mind. # I feel like Ray J.
Crystal, girl, your family is no bueno. How could your sister sit there and date your ex? Like, what are y'all gonna talk about at your next family
That's
gathering?
what I'm saying. This tea is now served with a teaspoon
Yes.
of some sibling rivalry,
Yes.
and I can't take it.
Let's do a quick role play. Okay, I'll be mom, and then I'll switch to the sister. How are you guys doing? Well, India took my ex-boyfriend.
Girl, it's Drake. Ain't no...
You can't even take it seriously because this doesn't happen in normal families. But
Right.
that's all for this week. Catch you next time on Low Key. I'm Eric Russell.
I'm Judy Wandu, and if there are any cat fights or social media spats we missed, message us on the Buzz Facebook page and let us know what else is brewing.
Take care.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Chat, where I tell you about the hottest films premiering this weekend. And we've got some good ones: an action thriller, a documentary comedy, and an action adventure. First off, the action thriller called The Accountant is about a small-town accountant named Christian Wolf who makes his living by cooking the books for dangerous criminal organizations. Ben Affleck plays Christian Wolf in the film and has kept his dark secret so far until a government agent starts to suspect he's not who he says he is. Take a look.
Who can you trust to track your stolen cash? He's capable of coming in cold, uncooking years of books, and getting out alive. Imagine the secrets this guy has.
Who are you?
Wolf stumbles on a discrepancy that involves millions of dollars, and the body count starts to rise. Anna Kendrick stars along with Affleck in the film. Despite the impressive storyline, the film is predicted to get low ratings by critics. There's also some comedy in the lineup for this weekend. Next up, we have Kevin Hart's What Now? It is a documentary comedy that shows Kevin Hart's live stand-up routine on his comedy tour, What Now? Here's a clip.
Let's go make these people laugh.
This is the payoff. Make some noise. We sold a football stadium out tonight.
I'll stop it. Stop trying to make me feel tall. Girl, if you don't grab my arm.
The film was shot live during Kevin Hart's comedy tour back in 2015. It was filmed in a football stadium in front of an audience of 53,000, one of the largest headlining comedy shows since 2009. Finally, we have the action-adventure film Max Steel. It follows the adventures of teenager Max and his alien friend Steel, who must combine their unique abilities to become the superhero Max Steel.
Faster, so much faster.
Your father believed he could save the world. It's up to you now, Max.
Steel now, go turbo!
Based off the action figure by Mattel Toy Company, Max Steel uses its powers to discover the secrets of mysterious forces threatening humanity and try to save the world. It is expected to gross $7 million this weekend. The Buzz put out another poll this week for which movie you want me to see, and the votes are in. The winner is The Accountant. Make sure you follow USC The Buzz on Snapchat and tune in for my review of the film. That's all we have for Cinema Chat. Next up, our segment host, Charlie Moore, sits down with USC student and voice actor Angelique Perrin.
Thanks, Addie. Hi, I'm Charlie Moore, and we have a new series for you on the bus. It's called MoBreakers, and it features people in the industry breaking down barriers and defying stereotypes. I'm joined by Angelique Perrin today. Hi, Angelique. Hey. So we're going to take a look at your action reel video and about how you started, and then I'm going to have some questions for you. Thank you for coming.
Sure.
Okay. So maybe we are not ready for that. Great. So tell me, Angelique, why did you pursue a career in entertainment?
Well, you know, when I was a little girl, my uncle he said that I was going to be a star. Like, he started it, planted it when I was very young. He used to say, oh, you're going to be like one of those Jell-O pudding kids or one of those little Cheerio kids or something like that. And he would put me in front of the family, put me on his shoulder and be like, Angie, cry, be sad, be this. And I go, you know, and all this silliness. And I caught the bug. I was probably 3 or 4 years old. And from there, you know, once I was old enough to really decide what I wanted to do, I said, I'm going for it.
Great. So when you started as a trained actress and you studied in drama, why did you transition into voice acting?
Well, I've always done character voices. And what happened is I was studying theater, but I got discovered because of my voice. I was at work and I was being silly, and I walked up to these guys at the hotel Holiday Inn Airport in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I was like, pardon me, would you all care for some more tea? And they were like, oh my God, she's perfect. And so, you know, they put me on the radio doing character voices, and that's where it began. And that's how I got into radio, and that's also how I got into voiceover. I made my way across the country doing radio, and when I got to Hollywood, I was like, psh, cartoons are here, voiceovers here, everything's here, and that's when I started really pursuing voiceover seriously.
Okay, and so now you are back in school and you're studying at USC in the journalism program. Tell me, what is it that you would like to get out of school studying now in journalism, now that you've had your career established?
Well, you know, part of what I hope to do is I've done radio and voiceover for a really long time, and I want to be able to share it. So part of me being here at USC is to get my master's so that I can, you know, become a professor. But it's time for me to add some new skills. You know, there's the whole digital world going on, so I'm learning how to code. Maybe I'll come out with the Angie app, or, you know, there's a lot of exciting things, and, you know, I want to learn it.
Wow, I love that. So, and you're mentioning that you want to do an app and do a cartoon. So we're going to check out some of your animated character work first. Okay. All right. So here's Angelique.
I will take my revenge by destroying his kingdom.
There you are,
my magical, powerful beauty. At last, you are mine, and soon the kingdom of Hakala will be too.
Had to throw that in there.
You are good. So tell me, what is it that you would like to see in the industry far as molds and stereotypes broken now?
You know, for me, the stereotype that I want to break, the thing that I want to do next is I want my own cartoon. I mean, I have fun. I did Star Wars Clone Wars. That's from Sophia the First. It's a lot of fun stuff. But if you look at a piece of paper from 10, 15 years ago, what's written on it? My own cartoon. So that's sort of the next mold for me. And hopefully I'll be able to get really close, if not all the way there.
Okay, Hollywood, you hear her. So let's get her cartoon. Tell us how they can follow you and keep up with you and more to come.
All my stuff is on YouTube at Angelique Perrin, on Twitter at Angelique Perrin, on Instagram at Angelique Perrin Pics. But just go to YouTube. I mean, all my stuff is there, all the hosting, the radio, all that good stuff.
Great. Thank you, Angelique, for coming. And now we're going to toss to a video.
Well, I can do this.
Ooh-ha! Ooh-ha!
Well, yeah, I can do this.
Ooh-ha!
Yeah, everybody sing. I doubt you're quite that good.
And I assume I can ask you to sing, Mr. Trump.
Okay, I don't want no big, fat, ugly baby. I want a baby on fleek.
Thank you all for tuning into the Run-Up. My name is Nick Alfano, and yes, I am wearing a tie with mustaches on it today. I love doing this segment every week because there is always something to talk about. This week, our old pal Donald Trump decided to piss off America once again and dragged another top-flight celebrity with him. It looks like Billy Bush is negotiating his exit from NBC and will no longer appear as host on the Today Show. The real question now is whether Bush will get a payout or if NBC's morality clause will come into play. This comes after Bush was caught on Access Hollywood recording from 2005, laughing about sexual assault with presidential candidate Donald Trump. The video is truly sickening, as Trump blatantly admits to being able to make any sexual advance as a star, including making moves on married women. With most of America completely troubled by Trump's comments, the Donald issued an apology. Take a look.
I've said and done things I regret, and the words released today on this more than a decade-old video are one of them. I said it, I was wrong, and I apologize.
After this Access Hollywood tape, the media and citizens alike are calling for Trump's former show, The Apprentice, to release outtakes to see if any hot mics caught more lewd Trump comments that were not aired. The Guardian's Kate Aronoff published an article asking Mark Burnett, the executive producer of The Apprentice, to release past tapes, but it has been reported that Burnett does not have the right to release them. It is now a hunt for all media companies to see who can get their hands on the tapes first. And in the fallout of Trump's continued controversy, two of the most famous actors of the modern day, Tom Hanks and Robert De Niro, have hit social media to condemn Trump's locker room talk.
He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. Talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
We have never turned to a simplistic, self-involved gas bag of a candidate.
The words of Hank and De Niro are more than a condemnation. It is a complete and utter disgust. Fellow actor Jon Voight took to Twitter after the De Niro video was released, saying, Donald Trump's words were not as damaging as Robert De Niro's ugly rant. Trump's words did not hurt anyone. Can you imagine if any Republican said words like Robert De Niro used against Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama? All hell would break loose. De Niro then fired back at Voight, saying, Voight doesn't know what he's talking about. Of course, athletes wanted to join the conversation, as many did not want to have Trump's comments associated with their conduct in their locker rooms. LA Clippers star forward Blake Griffin took to Twitter to share his thoughts, saying, all this heavy breathing, referring to Donald Trump's panting at the microphone during Sunday's debate, seems more locker room-esque than anything. #debate. And Oakland Athletics pitcher Sean Doolittle shared, as an athlete, I've been in locker rooms my entire adult life, and that's not locker room talk. With the final presidential debate taking place at UNLV on October 19th, Trump and Clinton are sure to be confronted with the issue of locker room talk once again. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you back on the run-up next week. Now over to Lauren Dunn, who is live at the USC International Students Assembly Infusion Food Festival. Lauren, what's the atmosphere like over there?
Thanks, Nick. Yes, I'm here live at McCarthy Quad for Infusion. This is an event put on by the International Student Assembly here on campus in order to promote different cultures. And as you can see behind me, there's food trucks, people lined up to try out the food, and we actually have a student here who already tried out some of the food. You can come on in. Could you just tell us a little bit about the food you got?
Yeah, I had the beef rice bowl from the Filipino food truck. It was really delicious, but I think it's quite small. I'm still hungry now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but it was really delicious, yeah.
What do you think about this event?
I think it's a great chance for us international students to know each other, to know the USC. You know, I'm a first-year graduate student, and this is my first time to come America. Yeah, and I think we do not have so many chances to get to know each other, to know the culture in the school. I think it's great opportunity for us to know about the culture in America, and I also met a lot of friends here from other countries. It's great. Yeah.
That's awesome. And do you think food's a really good way to bring different cultures together?
Yes, of course. You know, Chinese people always like eating. We are all foodies. Yeah, I will participate in all kinds of events that related to foods. I loved it. Yeah.
I totally agree. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. This event will go on until 2 o'clock today, so make sure to stop by McCarthy Quad for some free food and to explore culture. And up next, we have an interview with USC professor Mary Murphy. So that's all I have. Back to you.
Welcome to Pillow Talk. This week was the premiere of Ben and Lauren's Happily Ever After spinoff of The Bachelor. This was ABC's first spinoff based on a specific couple. We're here now with USC Annenberg professor and my personal favorite, Mary Murphy, to discuss reality TV's impact on society and the perception of relationships.
Well, first of all, Hollywood loves spin-offs, okay? And now we have 20 seasons of The Bachelor. Only 3 couples have ever stayed together. 11 or 12 seasons of The Bachelorette, only 4 couples. So I'm sure this couple is going to stay together until the end of filming, but I have no idea if they'll stay together through that. They're probably getting paid a lot of money. And you know, it's just, the thing about these reality shows is they're not reality. And that's where people get confused. They think, oh, this is how we can get together and have a romance. But so many of them break up, and they break up very publicly.
So what is it that you think that makes them so popular? Why are people so intrigued with them if it isn't reality?
Well, you know, first of all, I think people, there's a salacious quality to them. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of family fighting. They're beautiful homes, so it's like a look behind the scenes of beauty. And also in the, you know, like Survivor, there are alliances, and then there are betrayals. So there's all this human emotion that, you know, say you're studying for midterms or exams, you know, hey, I want to escape. But the other thing that I worry about is the betrayal of women, because especially on The Housewives, the women go after each other all the time. And I've spent my life, as so have most women, trying to get women to work together. So I think that is a very bad thing that we see on television.
The Bachelor and similar dating shows are centered around one man or woman in a house full of potential matches that compete for a prize or the chance to date their love interest. So what do you think that this does for people and their expectations of dating and finding love?
Well, I think it's a very unreal expectation. I mean, if I were locked in a room, you know, in a house with 10 women fighting over a man, I'd just say, that man is not worth it. Let's just go out and get out of here and, you know, we're better than that. But I don't know. It's the competition. Now, I love the competition on the scene, like The Voice or American Idol, because that's like kids sitting in a little choir in the middle of the, you know, Tennessee, and they get to be on these shows and they become successful. This other kind of competition with women and men, as we've seen in some of the shows, gets really dirty and awful and ugly, and people like it because they like to feel better than the people on those shows.
And regardless of what people may think about reality TV, the popularity in America is undeniable.
Yeah.
So do you see any changing in culture of reality TV? Like, is there anything new up and coming that people may not know about yet that they may see within the next year or so?
Absolutely. Well, besides the fact that a reality star is running for president of the United States.
Absolutely.
But what's happened is once The Jinx aired on HBO, and then The Making of Murder on Netflix, people decided that true crime would be the way for reality to go. So you're going to see a lot more true crime. And if you've noticed, just recently, the O.J. Simpson, they had the drama, then they had the documentary, and now there have been 5 John Benet Ramsey true crime reality shows, and there's going to be a Lifetime movie. So true crime is what you're going to see.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob in China is actually a new show about the new Kardashian couple preparing for their baby and the wedding if they decide to have it. I think the Kardashian show, there's a lot of dysfunctionality there. And what do you think, is that important to our culture to show another side of reality TV, that everything isn't just fantasy, or do you think it's harmful to the culture?
Well, first of all, I think it's why they like the Kardashians. I mean, remember, Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner, and then these two people, who one used to date the other, and it's just the craziness. But I actually think what happened to Kim Kardashian through her social media and her TV show is going to change how the Kardashians relate to people, because suddenly there's been a crime, a gun was held to this woman's head, and I am not sure that she's ever going to expose herself the way. And Rob in China, their show, maybe a season. Honestly, I can't see it going past whatever, the baby being born.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good.
Well, that's all we have for Pillow Talk.
Follow us on Twitter at USC The Buzz, and make sure to catch the show on our Facebook page.
Thanks for watching The Buzz. We'll see you next week.